Yeah, and I loaded the file you just linked me to. It's 7.7 meg ROIQKP.word. Steve, you might have to rejoin in order for me to see any chat messages. Just waiting for a link here. I guess I'll make a race. Can I find the link from my private message faster, or can I get an updated link? Oh, okay. I just got it. ROIQKO dot. So you removed it in O, added it back in P. LMNO P. So I actually want the previous version before P. Well, that's going to be a problem because I want to test map 3, and does it take that long to strip the music out? Because I was figuring I test map 2 and map 3. If you wanted, you could gut the music while I'm testing map 2, and if you have the link ready for me in time, I'll just give a new download. Or just use Slade to copy the map 3 map file from the KO version into the KP version. Okay, so do you want me to wait, or can I start testing and you'll still be able to hear whatever feedback I give? Get started with the testing. So on your mouse, let's KO. What I'd actually recommend doing is just leaving the music gutted until the very end when you're ready to release it, and then releasing the version that doesn't have the music and then putting the music back in another version. Then there's not as much back and forth with editing the file. But that's just how I do it personally. We're playing and That Comes Whippin'. Oh, we don't have a D hacked in here. So what was the name of this level? It's formerly Map 18 of Realm of Chaos. That doesn't affect the gameplay though. Oh, dead radio. Maybe if you have a door behind the beginning, you could have map 1 end with an exit door instead of an exit switch. I would recommend keeping note of any feedback I give as I provide it. Well, a lot of grey wall here. Grey wall rhymes with grey tall, but it's definitely different from grey tall. Yep. I thought shading was only a Z-Doom effect, though. Ooh! There's a chain gunner somewhere amongst that crowd. Uh-oh. Am I in a situation where I'm sure to die? Oh! Got to shoot first. Oh, gradient lighting, I see. Oh, there's more hit scanners over there. Oh, camp span. Okay, not gray wall. Have we hit scan clear yet or no? Really? Steve doesn't typically let us be hit scan clear very easily, of course. That was a close call. Oh, hi, Sheen Wallace. I don't think I've seen you here before, first time viewer. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I knew there was gonna be something at the bottom of that. Nope, I don't think anyone's gonna come for me here. Oh, the chain gunner was actually very close to coming up for me. Yeah, I know the bottom of the lift is gonna be a trap. That's the... Whoa! But there's more hit scanners from more angles than I thought there were. He must have released more of them on me. Whoa! That was sheer luck. I know you love hit scanos. I get in pelt contests with Steve if you're wondering why I'm trying to play careful. No, you actually haven't, Malcolm, by unlikely odds. Thanks for joining, by the way. Yeah, I knew that was gonna trigger a trap, yeah. Did I get all three of them? I only see 2 dead bodies. Nope, those 3 dead Revenant bodies. Well, you don't give a 25 medkit just in the middle of an almost empty area for free. It might have just been a good premonition as well. Okay, that looks like a trustworthy door to me in the auto map. Oh, hello, Astro Gruden. Thanks for joining. Another first-time joiner. As far as I'm aware. Oh, no! 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 I didn't want to do that! I want to end up on the lift. Oh. You could actually move the line depth into the middle of the lift to prevent this or make it harder, by the way. If you wanted to. Like put the line near the far edge of the lift instead of the near edge of the lift. That would be a pretty evil thing to do, but it would make it harder to use the strategy that I'm doing. Woo! 2 guys came up. Well, do you mind, Steve? I tried to get in, I guess I tried to get in pelt contests around words that you think are really difficult. I don't call it scaredy cat mode, I call it cautious mode. I guess I was inspired by Toman as he did it he didn't die very much from what I saw of his stream. Okay, you don't want me to play scared. I guess I won't play scared. I'm trying to play in pelt contest mode. But anyways, for the lift, what I was thinking is you could make the line to lower the lift be about where I'm standing instead of at the very front of the lift if you wanted to be evil about that. The problem with that, however, would be that if the player was standing in the lift like this when it was going up, it wouldn't go back down unless you use the one-sided line in each case. Okay, well obviously there's more to the plasma gun than just flipping that switch. I'll try my best to mimic I'm just playing any other old map. In which case I'd have surely sacrificed a couple pelts already. Yeah, for it to work at all though, you need to have a one-sided line over here when walking forward and a one-sided line at the front of the lift just like you normally do when walking back towards the lift exit. Wait a minute, that's supposed to be a blue key door, right? I guess I'll go in the taxis, I'll go in the gunk first. Come on, Paint Elemental, don't get too high. Don't get so high up! Something killed him. Oh, thanks for the way, Dostinado. How tell reveal 2 go today? Hi, IPD. How's the maps after 17 been in HR2 so far? Wait a minute, that's not a blue key door at all. Okay, I'd mount that in some kind of way that makes it not look like it's just a blue key door, because it's not even, it is in no way, shape or form a blue key door. So this is actually Steve's wad. I don't know if he sent it to you for play testing. Well, I might find some way to distinguish that door as not being a blue key door, because my first instinct was that it was some kind of oversight, or there should be a blue switch next to it. Obviously I do see the blue key door is there. And I'm afraid that I won't go crazy and lift, but I'm afraid sometimes the inner part of me makes it impossible for me not to play cautiously when I know the order of the level. Oh. Thanks for hi Auto, thanks for joining. Yeah, the blue light would work better, just like... Problem is there's blue lights over here as well, but they're not surrounding a door. I think blue lights surrounding a... Oh, you've got bleeding mid textures here. I'm not sure if you can fix that in hardware, in software mode or not. Wait, this mid texture isn't bleeding, so there's no reason why these ones need to be floor bleeds. Well, any contributions are welcome, controversial or not, as long as they're on topic and not offensive or anything. I'm just checking my other routes. Oh no, I can't go that route. Oh, I like how you use a different switch to open this door from each side, and you use a switch that blends in better with the wall texture of the area. Yeah, I'd be a little... Wait, no, I think... Doesn't Terminus and... Wait, I don't think Hack played in GZ Doom. I think Terminus uses GZ Doom, so he wouldn't have noticed it. Well, that's basically what Steve did with 6 of his maps right here, although only 5 of them are finished. Actually, even though 5 aren't finished, 3 of them are at the point in which they have had some play tests and some feedback implemented already. Got a little bit of a knee deep in the dead almost area here. Oh, come on, Keiko. Stay in alignment, please. Oh, okay, he's gonna... Well, where'd that one come from? I'd like to just have a... Ugh! Stupid infinite height! I was hoping to avoid to have no one in my way, though. Okay, Steve, I'm doing... So you're not doing a Keiko swarm, but do you intend for me to have infinite height off regardless? I mean, I should have remembered to ask up front whether I should be playing with infinite height or not here. Okay, I should never play your map with infinite height. I put that in the text file, by the way. Like in recommended settings. Because this is not, this is not, heat miser. Of course, there are monsters I cannot see. Oh, well, that's a fully legitimate pelt on the other hand. But imperfect hatred gets me from below as well as above. What's IH? I'm thinking, what monster is that? Keiko Demon, Pain Elemental, Hell Knight, Baron. '90s are nice. What's IH standing for? Not coming to me at the moment. Well, yes, infinite height gets me. Infinite height basically means that the entire Z-axis is either blocked or not blocked. But that second pelt I suffered was not remotely related to infinite height. Why didn't that path go back up? Maybe I skipped a line somehow. Or it might be a Z-Doomism. Certain lines are recognized differently by Z-Doom. Okay, so what was supposed to happen here? Yes, because obviously I I'm in a death trap right now. There's nothing but slime. It might be a Z. Wait. It might be a Z-Doom is, let me see if I can replicate it. Let me just tone off. Let me see if I can get it to happen again. Just make no monsters and see if it fails again. I'm just doing no monsters so I don't spoil anything when trying to no clip to the area. Okay, where was the area I was at? No, it wasn't this area. Does it have to be like the... Okay, I'm gonna have to just IDD all the way on the south side is where I things broke. So, where is it supposed to go back? Oh, there's a support 3 area near the end crusher that has a lift action. What is support 3? Is that just this texture support 3? I'm assuming this is support 3. I'm not familiar with the texture name. Oh, you see, you never raised the platform. Oh yeah, I didn't flip that switch. So, well, it's not really a soft lock because there's radiation. It's more a death trap than a soft lock. So I can't officially call that a soft lock because... But if I fall into the slime, it's a death trap. Oh, wait, Oh, yeah, I never... This area here, okay. Well, it's actually a death trap, not a soft lock, because a soft lock implies that you can't die either. I still would recommend change... Yeah, because the lift works, it just doesn't raise. Yeah, you could be evil and leave it in as a death trap, but I don't think that will go over very well. I'd recommend finding a way to foolproof that. Which also would change the gameplay of this entire room because I could not shoot across the middle section. Yes, I'll wait for my rockets. Oh great, a bazooka. I should have looked what was there. It's not a great use of a bazooka. Oh! Oh! The crusher's actually giving me a little break. Oh, run out of rockets. Gonna have to SSG this part. I don't know if you can make the switch do both of those two things because they're unrelated actions, but you could tone the door into actually being a platform. So this teleport trap is, you mean it's new to Void, it wasn't in the original Realm of Chaos. Oh, and that was my second legitimate pelt. I think I might have leaped out the window. The question is if it's if it's possible. I think my better chance is if I can manage to use this. Oh no, there's a revenant blocking my escape pathway. I can't just run out. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a switch here though. Maybe that'll help me. Man. Oh, I got no... There's hit scan. There's a... I got to get rid of the chain gunner before attempting to run to the other side. There has to be a hit scanner hidden somewhere down. Uh-oh. That's not a lift. Very ugly chain gunner placement here. Steve cooked up a good one. And also I cannot fall off the foul side. There's no lift down. Oh, hi, Path 2021. Thanks for joining. True. Maybe I shouldn't have saved at 8%. I thought I was closer to out of the trap than I was. Well, I don't consider it my fault if I leap blindly into nukage when I see a rat suit. There were rat suits there and I saw the rat suits. So I leaped in knowing I would get a rat suit. Oh, he was visible for a moment, but the Revenant got in my way. Now if I can get out before something hits me. Really? You're saying in the original Realm of Chaos you could get yourself stuck in the pit that way as well? I mean, in 1996, those overlooks happened so all the time that it's basically normal. Oh, well, it does help me if I can just run past the crusher instead of ducking it. But then I also need to be sure that I have nothing on my tail. If I can get rid of the hit scanners, I can run to safety. And yes, it's definitely possible to jump out the window. I think I already did grab the Zoke idiotically because I didn't notice there was a Zoke there until I grabbed it and then figured out I grabbed it in high health. There's more goodies I would like there. I got to wait for the Revenant to come within my my auto aim range. Whoa. Oh, that just closed on it. I might also be able to jump. Really? It didn't pick up the backs of rockets. Can you pick up the backs of rockets when I step on the backs of rockets, please? And this time it gave me instant mutation. Bad RNG luck. I'll have to look. I don't... Auto might be right. Okay. Well, I got some rockets now. The problem with not doing an 8 HP save is I consider reload to be the same as a pelt. I didn't make it through without reloading and without dying. Oh, nice dodge if I say so myself. Yeah, the problem on these ledges is if I have a Revenant rocket chasing me, I've got nowhere to dodge it. Oh, but he's almost dead. That slime pool is empty. That slime pool is empty. That's got a box of rockets in it. Well, I'm counting on the random number generator for the random number generator function not to get called when I'm only in the nukage for like a tenth of a second, and it only gets called once per second. I mean, if I'm only in the nukage for a tenth of a second and that function gets called once per second, then I have a 90% chance of being successful. Oh, have you got the music out of Map 3 yet, by the way? It could be, but I think there was only one nukage pool when getting the rocket. Yeah, these same lights over here might be a better indicator. Also, are these supposed to be are these supposed to do that? Like I can open and close this sector. Okay, well I'm just gonna download the link after Map 2 where I was just making a remind. Yeah, this also needs to be unpegged. This needs to be pegged, I think, if it's gonna... Okay, it's not supposed to do that. I just figured that... I just randomly hit the use button there. I've been finding a lot of random stuff that I could have easily missed by just playing a little differently. Which is probably why a lot of people don't find it. Oh, there's not a trap over here? I thought there was gonna be a trap. So I'm guessing they're not supposed to open or close at all paths if I was to make a guess on that. You might need to unjoin the sector in that case. Oh, that was a nice homing rocket. Hit a bunch of stuff I didn't even see. Okay, that's not a soft lock. Didn't look like one, but figured I'd check it for its money. So unlike Nicholas Manti, Steve uses which I really don't mind Manti's use of them, but Steve uses this floor texture very cleanly. You don't want me to escape, do you? I don't know if that's fixable, but the crushed body is bleeding through the floor flat there. And it's probably a lock-in for more than just a single revenant. Uh-oh. No, 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 no! Are you gonna corner? Ah! I didn't get out without taking too much damage. I want to get rid of as many hit scanners as I can right away. Get away from those rockets. Let them hit maybe let them inside the Hell Knight as much as they can, but not. I need to retreat again. Which of course retreating more opens more monsters up. So maybe I need to, once I get most of the monsters in there, I need to just go back here. And there's a pain elemental laying around somewhere probably. Well, it's not a lock-in, but you're making me retreat into dangerous sections instead of safe sections. Okay, Pain Elemental, where you be? Or is this just a bunch of I don't see a Pain Elemental. Well, I'm forced to advance to get out of the heat at that point in time, but it triggers more heat. Is there really no pain elemental here? I could have did. That certainly looked like a pain elemental. Now I'm left with a bunch of bullet sponges and nothing for them to insight with. Okay, there is no pain element. Oh. I don't know what I would have done if I was testing this not on a live stream and had run into the slime area the way I did. This fight might actually be more deadly if you put a black monster line over here, because when the monsters conglomerate in the middle, that actually makes them relatively safe to pick off from any of the sides. Hopefully I'm still playing this stream in the way that you're enjoying it, regardless of what my caution level ends up being like or what bugs I end up finding. Okay, are these two support textures supposed to have a different floor alignment? Like, notice this is recessed into the floor and this is tiled properly on the bottom. I hope all my streams are valuable, or at least enjoyable when I'm not play testing. Okay, then these are, I don't know which one is intended to be the correct alignment, but then these are texture misalignments. Did either Terminus or Hack catch any of this, by the way? I know those streams are on YouTube, I just haven't watched them. I'm trying to make a little computer center. It's interesting that map's been given a thorough pass by two very good players and there's still things to find. Just doing a quick eye run on the alignments here. Checking out well so far. Of course, very good players often refer to the gameplay, and most of the stuff I found out, I didn't hit a switch or some minor visual issue. Okay, this is off on the alignment. All of these middles of the supports are aligned in different positions. The center of the door, this wall, and the wall behind the door. Like the center of the door here is aligned the lowest. The inside of the door is a little higher than that, and this room is aligned the highest. This is actually aligned identical to this. It's currently 338 Ostinado. Which means there wasn't a pain elemental because it was 338 when I checked a while ago. So using a monster block line here, so this balance kind of a door with health. Slow down players getting out of there. Okay, I've built up a whole lot of bullets here. Oh, let me see auto map size. Well, I don't think there's probably a few areas in the map that aren't visible yet. Oh, that's not a problem, Ostinado. I didn't intend to mean there was any problem. I'm sorry if I don't know how I came off that way, but I'm sorry if I did. Okay, I am accumulating an excess of bullets in this map. I've got 400 with... I've got over 500 if I include what I haven't picked up. The shells and the rockets seem decently balanced. Okay, does this switch need to be repeatable? Probably does, at least for co-op, I'm guessing. Yup, that gets rid of the lock-in valve. Oh no, I didn't already say so in this place. You can submit maps in my... You're allowed to make requests in my Discord channel, which I'll provide a link to here. There's a channel called # Stream Viewer Requests. Because I'm gonna make a link for that. should just make a bot that plugs a link to my Discord channel or something like most people have. Oh, I don't want to invite a user. I don't want to make a I almost pasted a link to someone else's Discord. That I do not want to do. Oh, okay, I'll grab that as soon. I guess I'll grab that now because I'm already on a break in. Watch, I'll grab that a little later because that'll give the chat a little more time to discuss map 2 after I finish it. And you're welcome, Path, always welcome. Okay, I don't need to be sorry about anything. Alright. That's cool. Oh, well, I was thinking that's going to be a lot of backtracking to do. Of course, Steve makes backtracking a little more interesting. Ooh! Our first outvalves of this map. I got enough. Oh, I was relying on not running out of rockets until the outvalve was dead. Really? That fell from dead? I thought I'd been close to dead at least. This is Z-Doom 2.8.1. I should just okay, I got lucky. It's safe to retreat further. Finally, he died. Thought I'd done a good job escaping the blue door and running past those two barons. He still managed to get me once. Yup, they came in handy, although I didn't, I still, am far from needing all those extra bullets that I left behind over there. I happen to think 182 is a more reasonable remainder than 322. Of course, I did invoke some infighting, and I'd probably need more bullets if you don't mean for it to be mandatory to invoke the infighting, then there needs to be more bullets than what is apparent. Yeah, it's visible in the secret area, but I've not found it. By the way, the floor texture under this door is supposed to be different because it's surrounding the same floor flat, but the inside of the door has a different floor flat. This on the other hand is blending seamlessly. Well, yeah, even if I found the part, I'd be doing a zero secret play test. Yeah, this looks like it's the wrong texture on the floor here, because this text here, the floor is blended properly with the same texture. And so is it blended over here with the right texture. This, on the other hand, it does need a transition texture. Okay, I'm assuming since you use the border texture here, it's not possible to align these. Some health I left behind. I obviously know relatively where the secret has to be, but I didn't find it, and it doesn't really matter with the nature of my playtest anyways. Okay, like hell, I'm just getting that for free randomly. I don't see a big fight now, but that has to be a warning that there's got to be something big coming up. Oh, I wasn't criticizing you, Steve. I was just saying that I was just trying to observe as thoroughly as possible. Okay, yeah, like you're gonna give me a mega sphere that isn't a secret and then lead me into an empty hallway. Yeah, of course I'm only doing it to try and be helpful. Every error or possible error, or not even every error I see, but everything I randomly encounter, like that lock in the area with the slime wasn't something I saw, but I just randomly encountered it. Oh, and by the way, what map did you make it to in Hell Reveal 2 today? I know map 26 also has gotten, like, almost everyone dislikes that level, this 2000. I know you started on map 23, so I'm wondering if you made it to map 26. And thanks, Steve. Okay, those switches are both for that door. Voodoo doll trickery. Let me guess, that must be a Roik addition, because hardly anyone ever used voodoo dolls in 1996. Oh, teleported straight into the action here. Now this is where being a keyboard and mouse player comes into a really good use. It's really being able to circle strafe really efficiently. Oh, I ducked the Keiko Demon though, like he had infinite height, but I had infinite height off. Cut through the middle there to stop those Revenant rockets. Oh, cut through the middle again. Yep, they're statues, but they're pretty. And don't shoot them, of course. That's the type of area that under the keyboard, though, is never gonna do too well. Well, he was a lit... Man, you showed up late to the party. Every side has a switch on it. Probably raises the bridge I'm on. Yes. So I'll just... And they'll lift, so I'll just go tag them all. Oh, well that's a dead end. Oh, and what did you think of map 26? That's this 2000. Almost everyone I've read from dislikes that level. It's not as bad as map 28, but almost everyone I've read from dislikes that one. Oh, do I see with my little eye a Nazi symbol trying to be formed? A little reference to the World War II storyline, isn't it? Okay, I want to see, is that the only door I can open? I did not see that coming! Well, my test for is it pure... Let me run my test for is it purely incidental, so... In 1996, you probably didn't know that this was gonna have a World War II, some Nazi-based storyline, so let me run my test for if that's incidental or not. And it was actually in the 1996 original, which means I can actually believe it was incidental. Steve passes the incidentality test. Okay, so maybe it's just an average map and helped me plenty. It must be cheap in some way, shape, or form on UV. I think the guy's still in the community, PagB666, who made map 26. He made a perfect hatred style map earlier, not for the, like years ago, not for imperfect hatred. Okay, so now I have to figure out which door open next, which is, I guess, I have enough health to do it by trial and error. Something makes me think I want to save that rod suit until I go behind that door. Uh-oh! Yeah, the ouch vial is... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I did not... Oh, one of them teleported out. Good. Flip this switch. This is what would have paid maybe to not raise only the lifts I needed to raise. Of course, I'd still have had 2 of them raised. But thanks for joining, Path. Yes, it is, I believe, the same Pag B666. He doesn't put out the map all that commonly, though. Although I do need to remember that Steve did give me some rocket launcher ammo. I want that ammo for the Revenant, for the Outvelder, not the Revenant. I think that was one of his earlier efforts. Uh-oh. A good at Doom contribution though. This is a tough ouchie to deal with. You weren't kidding when you said Map 2 was gonna take a long time. It didn't look that big to me. I've given him enough shots that I'll just take the out valve hit and call that good enough. Has Pad B started doing live commentary? Last I looked and it was probably 2018 or so he wasn't doing live commentaries. You absolutely need a rod suit now because I'm low on health. Oh great, there's another one. Try and let him... Oh! I was trying to get him before he teleported. I need to be able to... It would do me a fortune if I could get him before he teleports. I really just don't have enough time without rockets to do it. I can also just ignore him, maybe. Yeah, ignore might be the best policy here. Oh, except he resurrects Keiko demons. That will probably qualify for a quality death in my book. Because I totally didn't see it coming. I still think my best chance is to ignore him, but I do need to be aware of where the Keiko demons are. And about where the Mancubus fireballs are. Uh-oh. Okay, that's just actually goods, actually supplies and not damn hope. I don't understand though why there's another green ammo so soon. Okay, I'm on this. This must be a new Map02 bus because I'm pretty sure I cleared that. I cleaned that up earlier. Yeah, I can barely see you, but I can still get my shots. I mean, at this point, I'm probably not going to be coming back to where the Berserk was anyways. Was it some kind of gimmick to have 2 green Almos and 2 Berserks in quick succession? Because I honestly don't see what the point of having a second one so soon is, unless if it was a gimmick. Oh, okay, that's the exit. But oh well, I'm probably missing mostly. Most of the kills I'm missing is probably the Ouchval doing things like mad in the swastika area. But I'm assuming you want me. Oh yeah, because it's the end of the level. So just super heal me. I'm assuming you want me to look to check for 100%, right? So 100% or map 3? Okay, because I know in map 1 you wanted me to play all the side paths, so well, I remember on map 1 when I did 100% I found a misalignment. So though any areas I haven't explored, I will check for that. Okay, there's one. Yup, you hit the entrance on the auto map. That area I've not explored. Okay, go to map 3, I'll do that. Okay, well, so I'd say for the most part, the bullets are definitely a cushion, more or less, on this level. And the cells, well, you probably have about 600 roughly if you actually find the plasma gun. I would say it was certainly challenging, and you could judge the ammo balance based on what you saw in the video most directly. And with that, I think all the feedback for the level I already gave. Obviously, from playing it, despite whatever problems I noticed and pointed out. Good night, Shades. What do the rest of my chat think of that? Any other feedbacks? Well, I would say I just played it without a plasma gun, and almost my whole evaluation of the map was without a plasma gun, and it'll give you a big amount of extra ammo if it's in a secret. So I would say it should be in a secret, because all these maps are supposed to be a lot harder than they were in 1996, right? Or will there actually be a full version of the WAD, but it's not streamable, that has different music? So blame Twitch, not Steve. I actually thought it fit okay with the level. So you're saying the KP file has the music gone now? But I should be able to tell that by the file size. Okay, so the KP is now smaller file size, so it should be removing. Well, I'm just saying that Steve did have a better idea for the music. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't like it. So I hope all my feedback that I did find and little issues I found was useful. Maybe after a third pass, maybe with my attention to detail, this map will finally be clean for release. I would have to think 3 is a charm. I'm gonna assume you're kidding with me, Austinado. I hope you are, and I'm gonna just go ahead and assume it. I have to make a little off comment here that so map 3, this map in Realm of Chaos, actually had a different start, but it didn't fit so well with the rest of the level. I actually do know what start it had though, and it was sort of an attempt to make it continuous with the end of map 2, and it's actually a decent attempt at that in my opinion, but I think the flow of the level is more important. So this is map 3, it's not the Gauntlet, I forget what it's called. And this start actually reminds me of Industrial Zone. Well, I mean, by all means, Austinado, if I'm frequently doing something on my streams that you don't like, then do tell me, please. I do try to stop doing things that people don't like. So this map's got only 100. Okay, so we got a Wolfenstein decoration there. Hey, I'd honestly just let the Keiko come right in if he wanted to. I don't think there needs to be a monster block line in that window. I mean, the end result is the same. I'm gonna kill him when I got the super shotgun. Yeah, because map 1 was not actually a breather map. I didn't test it on stream, but it was most certainly not a breather map. I'm not sure if you caught the reply, but I did. For map 2, I would recommend leaving the if you think the plasma gun secret is a little too hard to find, you might consider that, but I would recommend leaving it as a secret because the level seemed very playable without a plasma gun, tight as it should be. And with the plasma gun, that would basically soften up the level if the player found that. But I also take the chat's ideas in that and that as well. Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna presume that's a joke, because I know I'm starting to learn who my viewers are. Or at least the ones I hadn't already learned. So Steve's favorite thing, the cackle swarm. It's gonna come falling down sooner rather than later. I want every room to be a cathedral. An unholy one too, because it's actually one of my least favorite maps in the original game. If you want to keep the Keikos from flying inside, and also want to make it a little bit harder for me to see what I'm shooting outside, I put a mid texture on the wall there rather than leave it as an open window. That wouldn't affect the enemy's ability to shoot me, but it would affect my ability to see them as clearly, and it would also justify their inability to fly into the interior. I'm actually thinking, rather than removing any monster black lines, just add mid textures to all of these. But it really has to be one or the other, in my opinion. There has to be either there's not a monster blocking line or there is a mid texture. I personally think the mid texture would actually do the best. Oh, I do see your secret here, Steve. At least, oh wait, that doesn't open simply. Oh, it's not a secret, it's just a regular wall operated by the switch. Okay, just like industrial zone, I find my way out of the building I'm in. Takes me a little bit longer. Oh, hi Doug. Yeah, this actually reminds me a little bit of Map 15 of Doom 2. 'Twas just saying goodnight to Dad, though. Oh, it's actually I have a good time to pick up the bazooka as well. Well, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of determination to me. Okay, so there's not a monster block line on that door. Okay, let's get outside. The great outdoors awaits. Yeah, I definitely recommend just adding mid-textures to all the windows, because I think allowing the monsters to fly in would destroy some of the action of this outdoor fight. Oh well, the water doesn't do damage, but the hit scanners from afar do damage. Yeah, everyone knows that Steve Zamini with his hit scanners, and everyone except me minds it. Just kidding. There's probably people other than me who don't mind it. He's called Shotgun Steve for a reason. He's not talking about players that have a hit scan weapon. Yeah, well, based on what I've done so far, all I'd recommend is to add mid-textures to all of these windows so that the monster block lines don't look unnatural. So we've got a Doom boat, making a map for Boaty McBoatwad. That's actually a lesser known OTech site that nonetheless looks to have some good maps in it. Okay, Gustavo! Truthstaffel! Marleman! And Steve loves the Wachnatron turrets too. Well, this map might have been accepted in Boaty McBoatwad if it had OTEX in it. fact, it will have almost certainly been accepted in Boaty McBoat Wad because there's not only one boat, there's two boats in this level. It's like Industrial Zone but with a river in the middle instead of the dreaded damaging floor pit. Okay, I'm checking for invisible player black lines here. Oh, well, I think that's probably far out enough that I guess it'll do. At some point, if you're gonna make a naturalistic scene, you've got to have the invisible player black lines somewhere. Those are pretty far out. A regular player's not just gonna randomly run into them. We've got a little dead simple waiting on this side. Oh, no ammo left. Oh yeah, the little tugboats, but there's two big boats. Boaty McBoatwad was more about the big boats. Every level had to have a big boat that was some part of the gameplay, I think. This needs a transition, maybe? Those are pretty substantial color changes, but it could also be Doom realism attempts. Oh, that side's a dead end and I don't want to go there. So, are we in Germany or did they sail here from Germany? Yeah, that hit scan boat is nasty if you get near it. I gotta stay close enough to it that they can't. What I really need to do is just handle this boat with priority. You actually don't know what he's talking about either. Yeah, this WAD has a wonky storyline in it that's based on some like attempted Nazi attack or there's a Nazi connection in the storyline here. I always forget what it is exactly. They must have sailed. Well, they'll show bringing it. They'll show whether they're leaving whether they're trying to leave town with the boat or just sailed in. They show took a lot of stuff with them. It must be a long journey. Oh yeah, chasing Hitler basically into hell. So that's why we're not... I need some supplies in this boat. I mean, look at how much stuff they put under how much stuff they stack the boat up with, and yet I can't take any of it. It's all hidden in the boxes.
Shoot up. Shoot up. Shoot up. Shoot up.
Okay, does I need to get to some kind of setup. Oh, maybe I should go in here first instead of insisting on going that way. Will this tech green room get me any rewards? It will if I remember that there's a hit scanner right at the door. Oh, and behind me too. Just straight behind me. Oh, he can see me through the window as well. Well, that's a good room of rewards, but man, you got to work to get it. Yeah, from this room I can handle all the hit scanners that are at a higher elevation. Yeah, quakes can't be bad. Sorry, I had to say something with Dad briefly. Maybe I do some gradient lighting in this room like in Map 2 instead of just have it be full bright would look better in my opinion.
Shoot up.
Oh, and they still didn't see him even from the high height because he's at the mid height. I didn't see that one either. But I got the highest one up, so that's nice. I'm gonna actually say I think because of the number of random hit scanners on these crates at different heights, I think there should be one med kit or a couple of random stim packs just sitting on the surface here. Maybe in between the random stim pack here or there in between the crates. Because it's just so easy to get your health chipped away so quickly when you can't really even see that well what you're up against. Couple random stim packs in the crate mini maze and have some lighting in this room. Okay, you didn't leave that much space empty. I figured because it... Maybe you have at least some trash man still standing around in all this empty space. Maybe just a party of zombie men or something. Nothing that's gonna chip away at the player's health too quickly, but something other than just dead empty. Oh, there is actually a health kit near the boat. Oh, we got a total arachnotron behind us. So here's the pier that I saw mentioned. Again, I think I get too much of those nothing here feel. Like it would be nice if there were some small bodies to splat out. It's absolutely good aesthetics though. So what is that blue in the front of every boat actually supposed to represent? Oh, I managed to not get any plasma hit though. Oh, well, Ostinado got it before Steve. Ostinado got it without knowing before Steve got it when he knew when he knew the answer. So good guess. Yeah, that is my opinion as well. And I think Steve to some extent is aware of it. I mean, the quickest fix to beat would be to just throw a ton of trash into these empty areas like zombie men and shotgunners, and maybe a little extra health to go for the hit scan. Really, the change is a little, that kind of modification is a little bit over my head compared to the feedback I'm used to giving. Oh, come on, please home. Or auto aim. Yeah, I like city levels and thus I like buildings. Okay, that's like the biggest door I've ever seen. Man, Doom Guy must have a really strong hand if he's able to lift the door that big. Like, I could fit 5 of my garage doors in that door, Austinado, and I can't lift my own garage door. Well, not easily, at least. Hey, you could even do a random combination of zombies and Nazis in the empty areas. Give the idea that the city's been run over a bit. You just need to make the health a little bit more generous to handle the hit scan damage that the player's likely to take. Well, I could probably cheat and look at map 7 of Realm of Chaos if I wanted to see the giant lift, but I guess I'll let it surprise me. I like how I can look in the window there. Oh. Yeah, because the switch would be more realistic for how... There's no human's gonna lift a door that big, but because 90s... I thought I said map 27 of Realm of Chaos. Whoa! Yep, that is a damaging flow. Yeah, I think throw Revenant in behind. Oh, these crutches are hard to see sometimes. Whoa! That must be eligible for quality death designation. He just got right behind me and meleeed me. Okay, the blue key itself supposed to be a 20% damage sector. I mean, I'm guessing this is supposed to be 20% damaging, but the pillar the blue key is on, I would think should be non-damaging. I don't think the player should be forced to take a random chance at ticking the damage function just to pick up the blue key. If you really like quality death, you should follow Coincidente, Coincidente. I think that's how it's spelled on YouTube, because basically every quality death he makes a highlight video of basically any quality death he has while recording something. So he makes just like a 45-second video every time he's got a quality death. He just cuts it out into like a 45-second video or some other silly moment. Oh, it's Portuguese. Yeah, but he cuts out tiny little highlights for quality deaths and other silly moments on his YouTube channel. So I thought since Steve likes seeing quality deaths, and who doesn't, I'd give him a little shout there. Like, he's got some good stuff if you don't really feel like watching a video, but you just feel like watching something funny or memorable. Yeah, I think he's working on Sunlust right now, is one of the words he's working on. Presumably Sunlust and UV, but I'm not sure. Okay, Doom Guy, super strong hand again. I actually thought map 26 of Sunlust is somewhat of a not as difficult map, but by the time you get to map 28 to map 30, it's lights out. It's not like the worst is over. Map 24 though has a really high monster count. I don't know if it's one of the most difficult levels though. Misaligned texture there. And here as well. I guess those are gonna be missed by anyone who's not just doing random exploration, because I want to see if there's actually a way to get on this boat or if it's purely decorative. Looks like I'm not welcome on this boat. Again, my main conundrum here is how do you... I like the idea of liking to go for a sense of more realistic scale, but what do you do about all the empty space? I mean, most areas there's a reason. Steve is right, exploration is rewarded with ammo. But I mean, the easiest thing you could do would be to just randomly pepper trash enemies all over the place and add a little health for the cheap hit scan points are likely to take off. Well, I actually don't mind the idea, I'm just thinking if you can't do anything else, then maybe just like you could almost do a low tier. These areas are so big that you could almost do a low tier slaughter where I could just fire some rockets and jib a whole bunch of trash. Sort of just a brainless low tier slaughter kind of thing. But hey, it'll make for some nice decorations on the ground. Yeah, I'm so mean, aren't I? But most Doom players are like that. You see, those mid textures that you see there is actually what I think should also be over here instead of just a window with a monster blocking line. A driving game with guns. But I don't think it's truly as straightforward as a racing game. Assuming what I mean, what you mean by a driving game. Racetracks are always complete, always pretty linear. Doom can be very non-linear. Oh, there's a crushed body bleed here with that is variably visible depending on your angle. That's an exit sign there on the floor. Yup. Oh! So center pillar is the red key card. Also how I'll get out of here most easily. Oh, I can make that jump though. And that's the exit. Okay, so man, this map's a tricky one on what to suggest for. I mean, of course, where there is gameplay, it's mostly dumb fine. I'd put mid-textures in those windows, as I've already mentioned. It's all this extra space that's the issue. Do you just put a whole bunch of random trash all over the place and a couple extra boxes of rockets? Don't need too many. I have 10 rockets to spare as it is already, and 99 shotgun shells. And I got 100% kills. There's also no secrets in this level. I think the level definitely needs a secret. Maybe that Fallout boat could become playable as a secret area. This level sort of seems more like a work in progress than the first two. Visually, there's not a lot that needs to be improved, really. It's 90s style wide open, but it's good looking and the sky never fails to fit. Oh, another goofy comment from Goofy. Because the audience is a niche market, yeah, I guess it has to be low budget, I guess, by that definition. Also, 1996 is the year these maps were originally from. The only other visual thing I do is have a gradient lighting in this room here. Well, and of course the mid-textured windows, but I consider that as much to do with gameplay as it does with visuals. And those misalignments I found on the Fallout boat. I'm just stuck on what to do with... What could you do with the gameplay here? I'm not used to suggesting... I mean, obviously in the part of the level that has to be played, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, I just keep finding more areas. It's like... Oh, well, that's a total no-no, my book. Just a complete dead end there. Yeah, the room you're talking, Steve, about the room where I was talking about gradient lighting. Doomcube could work there as well. Sometimes I just think of the simplest way to fix it. Well, there could be monster closets that spawn into these empty areas if you take the goodies in the empty areas. The thing is, these changes are of such a big scale that I'd essentially need to play test the level again. It's not a simple case of where I can say, oh, okay, patch this, patch that, tweak this thing, tweak that thing, and you'll be good to go. I'll need to actually see what it ends up being like. I'd like to give suggestions that aren't demand. I'd like to give suggestions that I'd like to try to give suggestions that are within the realm of what would not demand another playtest, but I don't know if I can do that here. I mean, it is portfolio, right? I don't think it's supposed to be. I don't think the set has to be vanilla compatible, though I'm not sure about that. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was vanilla. It might. I wasn't sure that it wasn't vanilla compatible because Realm of Chaos is definitely vanilla compatible because source ports didn't even exist then. Other than the Macintosh port that Steve himself was using, but that as far as I know is, if anything, its limits are only stricter than in the PC game. It is by no means limit removing. A port is a source port. I don't understand that because, like, in Doom, a port is a source port. I also don't like telling one of my best friends that they have that they've got work to do. Oh well, even if I was making a guess, I don't have time to play this next level. It's got 520 enemies. And I'd better quit because that might be MP3 music. Well, I know there isn't always copywriting. I just, well, in the way it is playtesting, and in a way though, I mean, Steve, if you look back in the Doom World Megawatt Club, Steve had this WAD, what he would consider mostly finished, for 8 years now. In fact, the level I just exited the game on was released as some kind of public demo file in 2013 because I had it sitting there as a random file on my computer. It's probably been tweaked since then, I'm guessing. Oh, okay, the only copyright music was the title and intermission music. I see. I think Map 3 and Map 6 have been the biggest problems trying to get them right, if I was to guess. It's only a 6-map set, by the way. He actually made 7 levels in Realm of Chaos, but he excluded one of them because he used it in Access instead. These are only his levels that were in the original 1996 release. Really, it was the second map you ever finished, because I was thinking map 27 would be your sixth map, because it's the last, because you made maps 9, 18, 19, 22, 23, and 27 in the initial release. Also, the themes won't particularly, well, or you just wanted to make a hell map as an early map, and you won't worried about making levels that would end up early in the WAD first, and then later making levels that would end up late in the WAD. The partial revisiting, it was at your community WAD. It's his maps from it minus one that was added later. Oh, so map 27 is probably about as old as your dump 2016 map. Yeah, sometimes a lot of community projects can take up a lot of time. Yeah, and you also made your two maps for Revolution in that time, probably. because that was 2017-ish. Anyways, I guess I apologize that map 3 is a little bit over my head in terms of what I alone can come up with suggestions for. Maybe I provided a start of some kind at least. And perhaps the rest of the chart helped a little as well. Well, I guess when I play test, I typically shoot to say, oh, okay, do this, do that, need to handle this and that, and just a finite list of things, and then you're good. And with map 3, it really wasn't at the point that I could say that. So I probably doubt myself too much in that case. Yeah, obviously those are conflicting, those conflict with each other, but I mean, adding a few more walls or sites of some kind. See, just play. The ironic thing is playing hit scanners all over the place wouldn't be that far from 90s. Oh, hi, man with the gun. I'm about to finish, but thanks for popping on anyways. How's your top secret for imperfect hat trick coming on along? I know I'm off topic a bit here, but oh, you were busy in your mapping. Okay, I guess you answered that question before I even asked it. Oh, so you just finished your second contribution for imperfect hat trick. The only thing I feel bad about for your imperfect hatred map is if anyone's actually gonna play map 31 of imperfect hatred. It's kind of like It's kind of like more of a curiosity than something actually playable. Well, I guess I'm glad I could be useful, even though and I appreciate my chat being useful. Even though I couldn't give as thorough and straightforward of a series of suggestions for Map 3 as I'm used to giving, at least in the areas that aren't really at least in the areas that are on the edges of the map. Is there any feedback I gave for any of the levels that you need me to repeat or refresh myself with, Steve? Oh, well, my VAD's only saved for 14 days, so I'll make sure I export this to YouTube. Because otherwise, you ain't gonna have no time and it's gonna disappear. Oh, and bye, Ostinado. Have a good night and thanks for joining as usual. Okay, you're making that public at this point. Sorry if I forced that to be public. I sort of was say, all I was sort of trying to say in public is that 14 days would be a little bit of a crunch for me to try and cover a long Vadin. I was actually trying to beat around the bush a bit for you so you didn't have to put it on public record that you'd be gone for a month if you didn't want to. Well, just falls under rather be safe than sorry. Whenever I'd rather not I'd rather not share personal information that isn't a big deal rather than share personal information that is a big deal. which means in general my default practice is, unless I'm specifically told in a private message to say something that was given to me in a private message, I tend to keep what was given to me. I try to keep, I've basically adopted the strategy of trying to keep what's given to me in a private message and what I say on stream as separate as possible. Yes, I know that, and I don't plan on changing that, so no worries there. Um, well, so I export it to my YouTube channel, which is Cacomb1, of course. I don't like the YouTube channel name shared outside of the streams, but I will share it with chat members. Now, to repeat, anything not involving Cacomb does not need to stay at home. You can, if it's by the name of Francis, you can promote or mention it in any place you want. Sometimes I just pause to let the chat flow a bit in case before closing down. But yup, so I I see, I guess. Hope everyone enjoyed watching, and I hope it was useful. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream, and I hope, of course, that it was useful, even for Map 3, where I really can't come up with much more than a vague idea myself of what to do with it. I wish I could come up with more. A man with gun. It wasn't a black screen stream. It's just there was. I guess I just kind of finished. I usually finish actually a little bit before this time. I might experiment starting on the 29th with starting my streams a bit earlier. And one of these days I'll learn of some way to have a different idle screen. But at the moment I really don't know what to do with it. So I just shifted my clocks forward yesterday an hour, and Europe shifts their clocks forward, I believe, in the 28th by an hour. So I was thinking on the 29th I might experiment with starting an hour early and starting an hour earlier and see if that sustains a few more European viewers. Ostinado did stay on further into the stream this time than I was used to, and I'm guessing that's because it's an hour earlier for him than it usually is. Because my clocks have moved forward by an hour, but his haven't yet. North America is probably the other country to move their clocks the earliest. The continent, I mean. Well, I guess there's probably not much more to say that isn't rehashing, so the only real thing that's left to do is look for someone to raid.
And we really literally
Okay, so I could raid STX Vial again, whose stream is titled Summer 69 Map 6, but his picture is clearly showing Alien Vendetta Map 6, so I'm not exactly sure what he's streaming. I could raid Rivy the Warlock, who's streaming Houtland, a blind run of it. Let me guess, I probably know what my viewers are gonna pick at this point.